Most women don't want a man with logic. They want a man who agrees with their feelings. They'll say, oh, I want a man that understands me. Translation, I want a man who nods his head and says, yes, baby, even when I'm dead wrong. The second logic enters the chat, when you point out their contradictions or the flaws in their stories, now you're toxic. Now you're
misogynistic. Yeah, you're bashing.
Most women aren't looking for logic. They're looking for validation. They don't want a leader. They want a mirror. That's why when they actually do meet a man who moves with logic, who doesn't bow down to their emotions, they say he's harsh, he's toxic. They call him everything but what he really is.
Exactly.
Honest.
Exactly.
Let's be honest, ladies. If you only want a man who agrees with you, then what you really want is a yes man, not a partner.
AKA a simp. And you know what we say about simps?
Simp.
Some women can't understand logic when they don't agree. And it's not that they don't understand, they just don't like it.
Ooh, I look fine today. Let me post it for the world to see. Because what are you posting it for? To get that attention. It's as simple as that. There's no other reason to post. Now, I'm going to ask y'all this. If a dude tell y'all, you can post the same stuff you've been posting. Post whatever you want. But make your page private and delete all males off your page that's not family member. How would you feel about a dude saying that? Would you think he tripping, or you like, okay, yeah, let's do it?
That's controlling.
So you would think he tripping?
Yes, that's controlling.
Trinity, you would think he tripping?
I would. I'm not gonna.
So
narcissistic.
Okay, they just said they posting for themselves. They doing it just because it look good. They just said it's not no unloyal aspect to this. But when we take males out of the equation, you the bad guy. But before you take them out of the equation, they just posting for themselves. It can't be for y'all sales, and it can't be just because you feel good, because I'm still saying, babe, post it. Baby, do your thing. Post whatever you want to post, however many times you want to post it. Let's just take the men that might pose a threat to our relationship or trying to get in between what we got going. Let's take them out the picture. Babe, keep doing
it. They're not even going to hear him, because they're going to say, he's sassy. He's sassy. Why you need me to remove all the men? You're insecure. Yeah.
Keep doing, but let's take them out the picture. Remove the risk. Now I'm tripping. So don't they click in y'all head that, maybe I'm not just doing it just for me. Or maybe I'm not just doing it just because I feel good. Can we agree to that now?
I still can't agree.
We can't agree.
They'll swear up and down. They want a strong man. They want a leader. They want a logical man. But when that logic contradicts with their feelings, or until that logic exposes that they're wrong, then suddenly you're negative, you're toxic, you just don't get it. No, we get it. You just don't like to be called out.
Yeah, 100%, exactly. And then, they will listen to that clip and say, and focus on the point of, well, why would he want me to remove all the men that's not family members? Like, even though that's not the point, he was just using it as an example. They focus on irrelevant points in these conversations just to distract from the point, because the point of that conversation is women don't want logical men. They really don't want masculine men. They do want the simps. They want somebody that they can control. Like, it's just, and this is why they raise their sons how they do.
I said what I said. I was watching a live. One of the influencers that I really like, she is actually part of the reason why that I talk the way that I do, because I started following her channel and I love the topics that she touches on. Her name is Dee Woods. She's also a married woman. Ladies, if you're looking for decent advice and who's going to tell the truth, Dee Woods is that girl. Anyway, I just caught her live, and she was, pretty much saying how women these days don't want to build with a man. They'll create their own, but they don't want to have to help a man do anything. And I find that interesting, because that is very true. But y'all don't want to, certain women don't want to build with a man, but they want to take from a man. Listen to how that sounds. Y'all don't want to build with them, but you want to take from them. If that ain't the most selfish, entitled mess that y'all are currently living by is madness. Men are human beings. Women are human beings. We need each other for a reason, okay? And helping your man build a legacy not only benefits you, but your children, right? So why wouldn't you want to be getting your hands dirty along with that man? Help that man build so that you both can take, right? Because it's something that y'all both put in the pot. It was the same time, effort, energy, sometimes finances. What is wrong with helping a man build? Because him building is also helping you, right? Building together creates a stable foundation for the both of you in a relationship. Why do y'all want men to do all the hard work? If you want men to do all of the hard work and you don't feel like you have to build anything, you're not a partner. You're not a wife, okay? All you're going to do is be a leech or a grown-ass child, okay? You want to be taken care of like a grown-ass child, but respected like an adult. No. You got to put action behind it. You can't sit here and just take from men, okay? They deserve better. They deserve better, and they're worth more than their resources. So y'all not willing to build, but you damn sure willing to take.
You know why most women not gonna hear this is because they don't believe men deserve better. A lot of them come with some kind of pain and some hurt, and the trauma that they come with, like it goes deeper than them presenting a logical point to them. They need to go sit on a therapist couch and acknowledge and identify wherever that trauma came from, because some of them, it's so deep that even if you say, okay, you're in a household as a grown adult, to me that's common sense, right? To us, it's supposed to be given. You shouldn't even have to be having these kind of conversations. These are elementary kind of conversation. You're in a house as a grown adult, you're going to have to contribute. Whether you're contributing financially, whether you're taking care of the household, helping raise the kids, or whatever, his kids, helping raise his kids, the kids that y'all have together, not your kid that you come. Whatever you're doing, you're going to have to contribute. But they don't see it like that, because they're like, okay, a man is supposed to pay 100% of the bill. But then at the same time, a man is supposed to help them with the chores and the household duties. It makes no sense to us. But to them, because their trauma and their pain is so deep, their narcissism is so deep, they don't see anything wrong with it. So it's more than just having these conversations with them. That is why no matter how you talk, and you will sit down and say, wait, but what I say makes sense though. It's clear as day. They're not seeing it.
Stop it. Get some help.
As a woman, you should never ever help a man build. And here's why. Stop letting people glorify the struggle story where a woman sacrifices her soul, her mind, her health to help a man become. Because too often, once that man becomes what he's trying to be, or once he goes where he's trying to go, that woman gets left behind.
And this is the trauma that I was talking about. This is a woman who needs to sit on a therapist couch. Because why are you focusing on the worst case scenario? A lot of times this is not even their lived reality. It's what they see from these Tyler Perry movies. This is why a logical conversation won't ever, they will never ever see a logical point, because they're so stuck in their feelings. They're stuck in their trauma. So you can never present a logical conversation to them. But let us listen.
You're not his mother. You're not his therapist. You're not this builder. You're a queen. So don't step down just to help someone rise who was never planning to lift you. Because the truth of the matter is this: his ego can't handle your help. And here's the truth. A lot of men don't know how to even handle being helped by a woman, because their ego doesn't say thank you. It says, you made me feel weak. And that's the danger of patriarchy. You see, they're taught that a man must arrive by himself. So when you help him, he resents you. You helped him rise. You prayed for him. You stayed down. And now that he's stable, he wants someone new. You see, a woman.
But if the danger of patriarchy is saying that a man's supposed to do it for him, We're not even going to try to understand. Let her
at all gets to enjoy the version of him that you helped build. Sis, stop playing the builder and start being the prize. Because when you don't, this is exactly what happens. When you help a man build, you become his mother, not his match. You see, you manage his life, you solve all his problems, you motivate him like a child, and the moment he's grown, he leaves you to find someone who didn't have to raise him. Instead of worrying about building a man or building with a man, build yourself, build your business, build your peace, build your glow, not a man, because while you're building him up, your own dreams are sitting in the corner collecting dust. You see, he's supposed to come built, not broken and expecting a woman to put him together. No, he's already supposed to be a full functioning adult, just like you. He shouldn't need help building. So no, allow men to build on their own, because that is the same thing that you have to do. And stop saving these dudes trying to be their mother and savior. No, they have Jesus for that. All right? Until next time, peace, blessings, love, and power to you all. Bye.
And this is a toxic message a lot of these young ladies are gravitating to. If a man is supposed to come as a functioning adult, so you're supposed to come as a functioning adult too. But a lot of these women are saying that man's supposed to pay 100% to the bill. So it's not make no sense. It's not adding up. Again, because of their pain and their trauma, they will never sit and wonder if what I'm saying makes sense.
No.
If you are in a relationship with a man and you are doing 50-50, 60-40, 80-20, or any of these types of things, stop. Because ultimately what you are getting ready to do is destroy your relationship and destroy the polarity of your relationship. You think that you're helping him. You think that he's not able to pay the bills. He's not capable of doing it. And you providing a little bit of help is not a bad thing. But over time, what this is going to do is it is going to emasculate him. When he says something, he's not going to be able to lead, because subconsciously you don't even trust him to take care of the financial aspect of the relationship.
No, it's just that in this economy, it is best if you have two income in the household. Like, anybody with common sense supposed to know that. But again, we cannot bring common sense kind of conversation to these toxic broads.
It is going to coddle him and hinder him from growing. There is a certain level of pressure that gets put on a boy that makes him a man. And if you are taking away the pressure that he needs to get to the next level, the pressure that he needs to elevate, you are going to hinder his rite of passage in developing and getting to where he needs to get. Also, there's going to be a time in your relationship where you are going to want a different dynamic.
What is a female's rite of passage? What is the little girl rite of passage? And yeah, a man is supposed to go through this and figure it out on his own. A boy is supposed to go through certain things to become a man. What should a girl go through to become a woman? It is crickets. Hear me out. When we say build with a man, I'm not talking about your dusty baby daddy. I'm not talking about the men that would want to come and just sit on your couch and see all the nice things and get comfortable and drive your car and not want to contribute nothing to the household. We're not talking about those kind of men that y'all are used to. We're talking about hardworking men who have foresight, who have vision, and who, if they're going to get with a woman, needs a woman who supports them. The Bible says that, but no, y'all want to come and say, no, a man is supposed to have everything and y'all supposed to sit there and enjoy the fruits of his labor. Yeah, okay.
You are not going to genuinely want to be responsible for the financial load of your relationship. And if he is already used to you contributing financially, paying your portion, paying your half, then what is going to happen when you decide that you don't want to do that anymore? Do you think he is willingly going to be like, okay, I'll take all of the bills even though I had excess amount of money left over because you were paying? It's not going to end well. Also, another thing that happens is that the intimate part of the relationship gets messed up because a woman likes to be around a masculine man. And if the energy is starting to become more feminine because now he is the one that's being provided for and taken care of, it is going to start to repel you from him and ultimately turn you off of him sexually. So now the relationship turns into a mother and son relationship, and you end up coddling him more than anything. You end up looking at him as a soft man, a softer version. And this literally just starts from, let me help him pay the bills. Let me help him do this. That is a grown man, and he really does not need help.
And you are a grown woman expecting to be in a household and not financially contribute to the bills. Not even for say, okay, let me pay the light bill. Let me pay the cable bill. Are we serious right now?
He needs that pressure on him to push him into the next level. He needs that in him to charge that beast, that dog in him. What you need to do as a woman is to cheer him on, is to nurture the sides of him that need more love. What you need to do is keep yourself happy and peaceful and be a safe space for him emotionally. That is what you do, and you allow him to be a man to provide and to take care of you so that your relationship can thrive and grow over time. Okay? Bye.
All right, you see, that's why we love when they talk. Let them talk. All right, we point and laugh, and men, because no matter how much shaming tactic, no matter how the words they try to use, they're coming from a place of hurt, right? And no matter what they say, they cannot convince men, especially men of value, to settle and do what they're saying. Like, there's nothing this woman can say that will convince a man of value, a man on his purpose, a man with a drive, a man with foresight to pick her up. So when they're talking and talking and talking, I'm hoping that it's going to change men's mind. Meanwhile, men are busy getting to the airport. Listen, we point and laugh. We point and laugh. These women do not want to hear a logical point. They do not want the kind of men that they claim they want, because that kind of man comes with structure. He comes with requirements. He comes with standards, and they cannot handle that a lot of the times. And they, because of their pain and their hurt, they cannot sit and hear a logical conversation. So don't even bother. It's like talking to a brick wall. This is why I say, do not argue, do not debate, point and laugh. And men, they make for good comedy. It is your girl Chantel. Y'all get triggered if you must, but
I said what I said.
It's an absolute ghetto out here. Save yourselves, black men. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
The ghetto.